Welcome to your first hospitality environment lesson. My name is Birte and you should hopefully have met me at induction. What we're going to do today in this first lesson is to introduce the module to you, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, the agenda for you for today is, first of all, I give you your Messenger tutorial contact and time so that you actually can connect to me on Messenger. Secondly, I provide you with the lesson objectives, the module descriptor or an overview of the module descriptor, the scheme of work, and I show you the scheme of work as well, and the assessment. Here's assessment 1. And then I give a brief introduction to the hospitality environment, and after that I give you some homework to do as well. Now, the contact time or the day for the MSN tutorials, I still need to confirm that, but at the moment it's on a Tuesday from 7 until 8. What I will do is I will check that and then I get back to you. The day might change slightly, but I will definitely let you know whether it changes or not. You can see my email address here, which I only use for Messenger. So please don't email me to this address because I don't use it. If you want to email me, as it says on the bottom, use my Westminster Kingsway email, please, or ring me on the number provided as well. Normally what I do in that hour, I'm normally online, so I'll be hanging around Messenger, hoping and please that you turn up, and please turn up, because if you don't come to tutorial I can't answer any of your questions, and this is especially vital before your assignments are due in, or if you've got any questions with regards to the second assignment, which is an exam. So just hook up with me on Messenger. At the moment it's Wednesday 7 till 8. I'll be on Messenger. If the time changes or if the date changes, I will let you know via email. Now, for the lesson objectives, what we're going to do at first is just to quickly review the module descriptor. Basically, the module descriptor, and I'm sure Monica has told you that, tells you what the module is all about. We will then have a quick look at the scheme of work, which basically lays out what's happening every week. I'll then just introduce the assessment to you, and hopefully you'll understand as well. Again, if you don't, it's your chance to ask me during tutorials, and then then you have a bit of a break, and then I give you a brief introduction to the hospitality environment as well. Now, so what are the aims of the module? By the way, this module descriptor will also be available on Moodle, so you can always refer back to it as well if you're not sure what this whole module is about. Basically, it introduces to you the hospitality industry and the environment this industry works in. So we define the size and the scope of the hospitality industry. How big is it? Who's involved? What businesses are involved, and what actually is the hospitality industry made of, and what factors actually influence the industry as well. We will apply the PESTEL framework to the hospitality. If you don't know what PESTEL is, don't panic. I'm going to talk to you about this in your second lesson. And then we also analyze current trends and future opportunities for the industry, and obviously also for food production and food development and production of the industry, because the hospitality obviously is not just about hotels, because it involves a lot of other things as well. The learning outcomes. So what should you have learned by the end of the module? You should actually be able to define the industry. So you should be able to define how big it is, who's involved, and what its characteristics are. You should be able to talk about the current issues and topics relevant to the industry. You should be able to apply the PESTEL framework to evaluate the current issues to a specific environment, so to a specific company or to a specific sector. And obviously you should be able to make recommendations for companies to gain competitive advantage. Again, I will go through what a competitive advantage is with you as well. Now, the module descriptor is on Moodle, so it's in your Moodle course, and it's right on the top there with your assessment and also with your scheme of work. So as soon as you go into the course, you should be able to find it, and it will be in a folder marked as Hospitality Environment Armed Forces, because you are actually sharing your module with all the other courses as well. So just look out for your Armed Forces folder for your module descriptor, assessment, AR1, and also your scheme of work. Now, the scheme of work is a weekly breakdown of what's happening in each week. So in this week, I will show you in a minute what it says in this. It will say introduction, and then it will tell you what you have to do as homework, and what you were doing in class. It's related to the learning outcomes, and it's also obviously related to your assessments. And especially because this lesson is online, you have to do a lot of studying on your own, and I will be giving you quite a bit of homework as well. Now, if I just quickly show you what the scheme of work looks like. So this is your scheme of work. It tells you the course up here. It tells you the semester and the year, the name of the module, your level 4, so you're in your first year for foundation degree is level 4, 15 credits, and obviously I'm your tutor. Now, it gives you the weeks, so you've got the dates on the side, the lesson number, introduction to the module, so what's happening, the topic area, and your learning outcome. So I've gone through the module descriptor. I'm doing the scheme of work at the moment. The assessment will be done after that, and then I give an introduction to the industry. And then again, it tells you what you do in class and what you have to do as your homework, and it goes on like this for the whole semester. And I've been very nice actually. I just reminded you when you have to hand in your work as well. You've got half term in October, and then you've got exams in November. Again, your scheme of work will be on Moodle as well, and I will always say just print a copy out and have it to hand. If not, just refer to it back on Moodle as well. Now, the next thing are your assessments. There are 2 assignments. There's a report that counts for 60% of your overall mark, and there's an exam that counts for 40% of overall mark. What I would do if I were you, just quickly, just stop the presentation, go to the course environment module on Moodle and get a copy of the assessment, and then just have a look. And also, I will be going through the reports and how to write an exam, but Monica will be doing that with you as well in personal development. But always go back to the course guide to refer back if you have any questions. Now, your assessment looks like this. This is the front sheet that you always have to hand in with your report, and you only need to hand in the page with your marking grid. Okay, don't attach the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. Just attach the marking grid. So, because otherwise I'll take marks off. And you also don't forget to put your name in here up here. If you're not sure when to hand in, have a look on your AR1. But as I said, I was very nice, and I put it on your scheme of work. It tells you the learning outcomes that I'm assessing, and how many words you're allowed to write. It tells you what I'll be marking on the side here and how much the weighting is for each point I'm marking. Then also the deductions for late submission and no front sheet. And then the next pages tell you is the assignment brief. Have a look through. I will not go through it in a great detail, and there is not, but it tells you the handing guidelines, the referencing, how much are you allowed to go over your word count or under your word count. But I will go through the assessment in much more detail in week 4. So as I said before, what I would suggest is print it out, have a read through it. If you want to start early, if you've got any questions, please ask me in tutorial. And now, okay, Moodle. All lesson material will be available on Moodle. and so will be the module descriptor, all the presentations. I will put up the PowerPoint presentations as well as obviously these recordings, all the handouts, and all the assignments. And assignments need to be submitted electronically through Moodle. Again, Monica in personal development will go through with this. We'll go through this with you and show you where to do and how to do it. Again, but again, if you've got questions, I can always help you with that in tutorial as well. It is vital, especially in general it's vital that you do reading, but especially for this module because it deals a lot with contemporary issues. So you need to read and keep up to date with everything that's going on, especially where you're supposed to be starting about rules, regulations that have come into force in the past 2 years. So you've got books, journals, websites. The Caterer obviously is a very good journal to read. They've got Caterer search as well. Any books, although I have to say with books are great for theories and historic overviews. Books are normally out of date as soon as they are printed, so you should rely more on journals and valid websites. And don't forget you're not allowed to use Wikipedia, which I'm sure Monica has told you as well. Okay, the skills you need is you need to read. Okay, so you need to read up on past, present and future trends. You need to be able to research. Don't forget you've got a huge variety of resources on the Leeds Med websites. They've got ebooks, they've got academic journals, they've got websites. And again, use your personal development lessons to develop these skills. And also use the top tips in the course guide for AG students. You need to use Harvard referencing. Again, use personal development lessons and the course guide, and also use your Cite Them Right book. Again, if you have questions with regards to referencing, ask either Monica or myself about this. And you obviously need to know how to write reports and also exams, because your second assignment is an exam. And again, personal development lessons and a course guide for AG students. You definitely need to do your personal development lessons, because otherwise that will really screw you over otherwise. Okay, now what I would do if I were you, just take a quick break because I'm sure there's a lot to take in. Have a quick look through the assessment and then come back and we do an introduction to the industry.